Well, seasonal virus activity is surging across the U.S. and right here in the inland Northwest. Natalie Grant has a look at the latest data from the CDC and explains how you can protect yourself and those around you.
Well, Derek, this is the most recent published data from the CDC showing influenza trends across the United States. As you can see, both Washington and Idaho are in those high levels of activity, but not as high as you'll see down here in the southeast with states like Louisiana and Georgia in that purple color. But with everyone back home from the holidays, health experts are expecting this surge to continue as we head further into January.
A new year, the same respiratory viruses hitting the U.S. hard.
We are seeing an enormous amount of COVID. Fortunately, a lot of that is in the outpatient setting, not necessarily in the hospital like we had seen in years past. Influenza is rampant.
2/3 of states reporting flu activity that's high or very high, and it's accelerating. So far, 7 million confirmed illnesses, 73,000 hospitalizations, and 4,500 deaths related to the flu. Nationally, CDC data shows that COVID-19 levels in wastewater are very high, higher than this time last year in every region. Weekly emergency department visits rose 12% and hospitalizations jumped about 17% in the most recent week. With cases surging, some hospitals are requiring masks once again.
And it's typical that we see a surge in these viruses at this time of year, although it does seem to be a bit more this year than in years past.
Dr. Denise Milstein with the Mayo Clinic says protect yourself and others by being vaccinated against these spreading viruses, as well as practicing other preventative measures like staying home when you're sick, washing your hands, and masking up if you don't feel well but have to be around others.
The more we expose one another, the more we'll see an increase in these infections.
Now, RSV activity is showing signs of slowing in some parts of the U.S., but many measures, including hospitalization rates, remain elevated. Now, overall, young children and older adults are the most affected by this virus. Reporting in studio, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.